We started Apotea 2011 as a pure online pharmacy. It has been growing quite rapid since then, and we have been profitable since 2011. So our goal is to be the largest pharmacy and the most sustainable company in Sweden. And today we have sold for like almost 600 million euros each year. And that's it, what we do.
It's quite similar like it is in the central parts of Europe. So we have short lead times. We need to be fast with the right products. And main challenge that is big difference. Sweden is quite spare populated, so you need to deliver to 10 million people, but the size is still bigger than the footprint of Germany. So you need to have small packages. And then we have the challenge with that you need to retain employees. So it's hard to find actually warehouse workers in Sweden at the moment that want to. The ones you find, they don't stay that long, so you need to have a nice setup in the warehouse to become more attractive to the workforce as well.
During the pandemic, it was enormous growth, and after that, it was some kind of backlash. People wanted to go back and see if it's nice to shop offline, and so it was some kind of very, very strong growth, and that is quite problematic to grow very fast. And after that, we had this decline, and then we hadn't planned for that. But now I think we're back on track, and we have normal growth for us. Last month we grew like 28%, and now we're like back, and it feels perfect. I really want to be back on this normal again. Back in 2019, we felt that it was time for us to start automating our warehouse. And I mean, for us, it's very important that we are profitable, as I said before. And we saw that we had a business case for investing money in automation. And we started looking around for suppliers, and SSI SCHÄFER has a very good reputation in Sweden. And they could deliver an A-frame quite fast. So we bought one A-frame from them, and we loved that A-frame, and we still love it. We still use it like 24/7. And after that, we had like invested every year, bigger and bigger projects every year, and continue to work with SCHÄFER, and we still love them. So love you, or sorry.
Well, you can say Apotea is not our normal customers. They're really deep into the warehousing business. I think warehousing is still the core business for Pär, so they know what they're doing, but they still give us the freedom to design the step by step. So in the beginning it was a little bit smaller steps that we didn't have as much freedom, but now we just finished doubling of the warehouse, the first warehouse in performance, and then we still come with a solution design. But they're very driven and future-driven with technology, so it's a fun customer to work with.
And then we try to build a scalable solution, and in our current warehouse, where you can see pictures from, we have a capacity of approximately 100,000 orders per day. And we try to, a good day now, we send maybe 80,000 orders on one day. So we have some spare capacity, but not that much, and that's why we have another project now. Because we try to have some kind of flexibility and high automation. But I think, especially now, during the night, we run this warehouse 24/7, and during the night, we don't have any queues. So if you place an order on our site, like 4 in the morning or something, 5 minutes later it's ready for a truck to pick it up. And then we send the delivery notice to our customer, now the order is packed, and then we receive some kind of love letter from our customer. So to be able to deliver fast, I think that's a really big advantage with automation.
benefit when we are talking with pharma industries, the packages are really nice and perfectly shaped, so we can quite easily put them in automation where the picking is happening automatic, which means for the A-frame we can push really high quantities through this machine at a very low manpower cost, and also it's a very low investment level. So I think in your warehouse we are running 70% or something through these 5 A-frames that are standing there, and you get cheap investment, high throughput, and with econ especially you can do these small orders and they just keeps pushing through.
Our first A-frame is like 5 years old, and we've been running that for 24/7. We haven't stopped it for like more than maybe 1 hour, and it's still running and it produces every day, so it's great. Our first warehouse is on the east coast of Sweden, and we can deliver on the east coast extremely fast, same day deliveries. But due to the distance, we can't really deliver same day on the west coast. So then we're planning to build a new warehouse on the west coast, both to shorten the delivery times on the west coast and build capacity. And with higher efficiency, of course, compared to our old warehouse. And one of the biggest differences is that our first warehouse we have automated small and medium-sized orders, but we have a manual packing for larger orders or extra large orders, like these really big boxes. But in the new warehouse we will automate everything, so all orders will be automated, and then we can deliver in this 5 minutes time frame, even if you order like this big box. I think that will be great.
I think we keep the core from the old warehouse, the existing warehouse in Morgongåva, which is the A-frames. They will still produce the majority of the throughput in the new warehouse as well, but we take the slower part of the ABC curve and put that in a shuttle system with robotics piece picking in front, so that the automation level goes from the top movers to the slow movers all the way through. That would be the main difference, I would say.
I think that's crucial to have an experienced partner, but we haven't bought like a black box. I don't think that's not the Apotea way to do it. So we have, from the start, have a lot of discussions with SSI SCHÄFER about how to do it, our experience from our current warehouse, and all your experience, and we have mixed them together and discussed everything in detail. And I think that's very valuable for us, because then we can have all SSI SCHÄFER's experience in the Apotea way of doing it, and then we can mix them together and probably end up with a very good solution for us, because we want to have both high automation and flexibility and do it our way, but we want to have a partner that is experienced and can tell us, no, this maybe not that, don't go there and do this instead, and we can discuss it. And after a lot of discussions, I think we have a really nice solution, and I really look forward to see it, because so far I've seen it on these drawings, but in a few months we shall start to assemble it, and that will be great, I think.
If we look at Varberg, which is the new warehouse, we have the robotic piece picking for executing the actual order picking together with A-frames, but we also integrate in the shipping area that we will robotically pack the finished cartons into roller cages that goes then to these delivery companies that deliver them throughout Sweden. So you have it both the same setup as in Morgongåva, where we have the shipping setup, but we also bring in the piece picking robots to the order execution.
And I think it's very important we want to have a highly automated warehouse, like world-class automation, but we still want to have flexibility. And I think that's not that easy, because you have a lot of hardware that is like fixed, but you still, we might end up with a new pandemic, or we end up with a different customer needs, and we need to be able to change over time. And I think that's it's a little bit tricky to solve that problem, but I think we have been working with it quite a lot and find a lot of nice solution in the warehouse, how to both have flexibility and high efficiency. The combination of these A-frames and robots, where you can, robots are quite flexible, and the A-frame is extremely good for like the large load of product, and find solutions where these can interact and work together. So I think the mix between them are probably the future.
If I look at the Swedish market, on the Northern Europe market specifically, we need to find ergonomic solutions. That's the biggest drive, that the work regulations are becoming more difficult, that you need to also handle employees. And therefore also with robotics we are solving a lot of these challenges. And then for the other parts where you cannot do it with a robot, we need to have very ergonomic workstations to still handle those new regulations that are coming. They are coming quite fast. We see a lot of warehouses, you need to pay a lot of attention to height adjustable floors and all these small things.